Want to buy or sell a home? Wondering what the heck is going on in Austin area's real estate market? In this episode of Lender Chat, we are going to detour from our usual lender conversation to talk about the May market statistics that recently came out. Hopefully, this will give you an idea of what our housing market is up to. This is good information whether you are buying or wanting to sell. Hi, I'm Pam Wachholz, your trusted realtor here in the Austin area, and this is your May 2025 market update for our Home Buying 101 Lender Chat series. Let's take a look at what's happening and what it means for you. We are officially in a buyer's market. The Austin Metro is now sitting at over 17,000 active listings, just shy of a record and up 21.5% compared to last year. From January through May, we've seen 24,166 homes hit the market. That's 31% above the historical average and almost 5% more than the same period in 2024. But while inventory is up, pending contracts are down almost 10% year over year. That means supply is growing much faster than buyer demand. The new listing to pending ratio is just 0.57 for May and 0.66 year to date. That's well below the long-term average of 0.81 and a clear signal that our market is softening. The activity index, which tracks what share of homes are under contract, has dropped 22.5%, down from 26% this time last year. Buyers are cautious and the market is shifting to reflect that. In the city of Austin itself, we now have 5,425 active listings, and months of inventory has risen to 6.10. That is a 40% increase year over year and firmly in buyer's market territory. Nearby cities are seeing even bigger shifts. Marble Falls is now sitting at 11 months of inventory, more than double last year. Cedar Park and Round Rock are also seeing big increases. On the other hand, Hutto, Del Valle, and Waverly have actually seen inventory drop, reminding us that real estate is always hyperlocal. Home prices continue to correct from the 2022 peak, or as I like to call it, the COVID craziness. The median sold price in May was $450,000, down 18% from the peak. The average price is now $594,000, which is about 13% below peak. More than half of all active listings have seen price reductions, and homes that have been somewhat updated, are priced right, and move-in ready are the ones that are selling first. So what does this mean for you? If you're a buyer, you've got leverage. There's more inventory and typically more room to negotiate. And if you plan to stay for 5 years or more, this is a strong window for long-term value, building equity, especially with potential refinance options in hopefully late 2025 or 2026. Sellers, timing and pricing is everything. We are at a typical seasonal peak for buyer activity. But if you have to sell, do it now. Price it right, and be prepared to offer concessions that the buyer can use to buy down the interest rate. Buyers are informed, cautious, and have choices. Overpricing in this market is one of the biggest mistakes you can make, which is why it is important to have an agent that goes outside the box to find out what is truly happening in the current market in your neighborhood as you are pricing your home to sell. And keep in mind, the days on market is really important. For the most part, gone are the days where you put a sign in the yard, have the first open house, and you've got 5 contracts the next week. We definitely are seeing higher days on market. So if your house hasn't gotten a contract, but you're getting tons of showings, that means that your house is being marketed properly and it's getting in front of lots of eyeballs. And then if you're not getting a contract, make sure your agent is calling and getting feedback to find out what the issues are. The Austin area market is shifting, and while the trends are clear, every neighborhood is different. So again, it is very important to remember that these are the trends for the entire area as a whole. An experienced realtor can get you area-specific data. If you're thinking of buying, selling, or just need a plan, I'm here to help you build a strategy that works in today's market. And I will tell you that I will be the first person to let you know that, hey, if you do not have to sell today, it might be worth considering waiting until the market kind of shifts a little bit back the other way. Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in Friday when Mark Howard with C2 Lending will talk about what's going on with rates this week, and we talk about tips for both buyers and sellers. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Have a great rest of your week.